Upgrading your life in silence. I think I'm already doing that right now. I just stumbled across different modes of operation in life. Monk mode, um, Shaolin mode, martial arts, Shaolin temple, right? There's also something called the ghost mode. And while I'm not particularly signed off onto any particular mode to say that that's the mode and that's it, it's really cold right now, folks. So this is going to be my second video for today, and I'm going to call it kind of a day where I'm all over the places because I'm flying out to San Antonio, Texas tomorrow for a major presentation, and I think it's going to go well. I just dropped a video on that regarding that just before this. So how to basically not just rebranding or shifting your identity, all of that, right? But also how to just be silent in your journey. There's so much information that I used to share with the general public and post my wins on social media. And sometimes I used to get ahead of myself and announce it, which was a bad call, bad idea, because I put a lot of pressure on myself. While 9 out of 10 of those things did work out for me, I just realized that I was not doing myself any service or any good in leaving things so much out there, putting so much out there, and not withholding anything for the imagination. Because you want to keep some things to yourself, right? The suspense and also progress, growth, all of these things are very personal in that sense. And it's okay to share, but after. So what I realized is that it's just more beautiful when you're upgrading in silence. So your self-improvement journey, your fitness journey, your nutrition plan. It's nothing satisfying just then showing up with the results, right? And not necessarily having people think anything. They can think whatever they want to think, but just being still in your progress. And when you do appear naturally, you would appear as the finished product to people, if that makes sense. For example, we're already in mid-December. You have 30, 40 pounds to shed off, right? You don't need to announce your journey. You could completely shut yourself off, meaning just get off social media for 2, 3 months and dedicate all that quiet time to yourself and put in the work and upgrade and do what you need to do with your diet, your fitness, and whatever protocols you want to incorporate. And then you come back, right? And then you look at yourself. You haven't posted, you haven't shared anything. 3 months from now, you have lost all that weight, right? People are going to look at you completely different. Like, what the hell did you do? Like, when did this all happen? How did you do it? Right? And that's the feeling now that I'm chasing is for example, only 2 people I think know that I'm going out to San Antonio, Texas. I may post a couple of stories on the plane and while I'm out there, but I'm not going to tell people what the purpose and the reason for my trip is. I'm just going to leave it to the guessing game. And I think for those that are in tune with my social media, you'll come to quickly realize that I'm a different person on Instagram versus what I am on YouTube. This is more of the authentic self versus what I post on social media. I don't talk like this on Instagram, but YouTube is a completely different game, right? So if you happen to catch this from Instagram and now you're on YouTube, I am going for a major enterprise role presentation. And even if I had to say get the role, for example, it's a final presentation, I'm not going to post about it. I won't post about it until I start the position. I settle in on day 1, day 2, and then I post about it on where it needs to be posted on, which is LinkedIn. So that's the way I'm going to approach the good news. I think all my good ventures and all my aspirations and goals, the best way I want to approach 2025 is posting it and then disappearing. Because it just gets people more curious about your life, right? And you hold more value. I think the less you share, you just are more mysterious, and also people value your time. People value you more, I think, in that sense, because they don't know every single thing about you. When they don't know every single thing about you, your progress, your hardships, because nobody really cares. You could cry a river on Instagram, nobody really cares. So I'm not going to post those updates. Should I go this way? I think I can't go this way. So I'm not going to post those updates. Uh, and that's how you essentially upgrade your life in silence, is because you really owe that time to you. I think it's very personal. You've carved out, you know, an important part of your life in that sense for, let's just say, 2 3 months of just you locking down, locking into your personal journey in that sense, right? And then all of a sudden showing up, and you are unrecognizable from that standpoint. So that's the goal. I can only keep this as honest as what I have done for myself recently, meaning I've just quietly fiend off all contact from my family, uh, and proximity I think matters. So I am in Las Vegas. I reside here. Proximity, so who's around me will get access to me naturally. So right now it's my girlfriend, obviously my dog, and then also my acting school and the people around it. And that's about the all the access people will have to me. And it's important, I think, is that uh, you know, if you're misunderstood, that's even better. And why I say that's even better, because they've done you a favor by leaving you alone. When you're misunderstood, people will leave you alone. That's what I've noticed. And first of all, people don't really care like that. You're not special. That's what I've come to realize. Like when I was having my hernia surgery 3 years ago, I was a nobody, like nothing. Like, okay, all right, is he okay? Is he recovered? No, 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 nobody really checked on into me like that, you know. And I'll just say, even if they did check in, I had 50 people check on me. So what are you gonna do? I mean, I still got to go through the recovery process. And so, since that surgery, which was life changing and definitive for me, I just learned to operate silo, alone, and I've accomplished a lot just operating this way, um, upgrading in silence. And even my interviews, even you know, all my jobs, preparation. Nobody sees the work, the amount of work that I put in. Nobody sees the sacrifices, the late nights. No one sees all of that. All they want to see is the final product, essentially. That's really the goal, is for you to make them believe that you've done something extraordinary that cannot be done, cannot be repeated. But actually, it's really very, very simple. It can be all done, I think, is if you keep it to yourself in that sense, right? Wait until you have to win, and then you post about it, and bam, then disappear in that sense. So um, that's I think all I have for this video in terms of shifting your identity, but also upgrading your life in silence. Okay, I got to pack, call it here. I'm out.